But LaMelo is probably going to be Rookie of the Year. He is lighting it up in Charlotte, and as a Charlotte fan, as you can see,
Yep.
oops, I'm pointing in the wrong direction. There it is. I don't know if you can see the jersey. It has my name on it. I take close personal satisfaction in this.
He's wearing my name on the front of his chest every night when he goes out there. And
I
so
personally drafted him, so. But yeah, I don't know. I feel. What are your sort of basic LaMelo thoughts?
LaMelo Ball, yeah, he's gonna win Rookie of the Year. This is noteworthy because for the longest time he was just Lonzo Ball's brother. He was the guy that we knew in basketball circles. I say this as a guy who's, I'm very into basketball and I cover this stuff for a living. And still, even I just thought of LaMelo Ball up until this past NBA draft when it became clear that he's like a serious. He's actually very good, and he's going to get drafted very high. Up until then, even he was still just the snot-nosed brother of Lonzo, who the last time I ever saw LaMelo Ball play basketball before he played for the Hornets was when he was 15 years old, and he's bringing the ball up and he's pointing at the ground at half court and then pulling up from half court and airballing it as the gym laughs at him. Did you see these clips? Do you remember when this happened?
Yeah, I do. And I remember he's the one, he was in Lithuania, right?
Yeah,
and then
he went
Australia. They kept just sort of shipping him all over the world. And so
he played in Ohio for a year. Yep.
He did? I forgot about that.
And he played for Charlotte. He played for his dad's league that his dad created, the Junior Basketball Association, where every team was named the Ballers. It was the Los Angeles Ballers versus the Seattle Ballers versus the Philadelphia Ballers versus. This is the path he went on, and then suddenly he pops up in the draft, and it was interesting because like every time maybe a draft comes around, I kind of have to put my draft analyst cap on because I watch most of the guys obviously in college, but every so often a guy like LaMelo Ball comes along, or Luka Doncic, who didn't play college basketball, and I get asked about him, and I'm very honest and open about it. I'm like, I'm not watching Australian basketball. I'm not following him in Lithuania. I have no idea how good this guy is.
The only thing I know about Australia is that a dingo once ate a baby there, and as far as I'm concerned, that's where my interest stops.
So it was fascinating for me to hear people who are actually plugged in and actually followed LaMelo Ball through Lithuania and the Big Baller brand, whatever the hell that league was called, and to Australia to talk about how good he was going to be. And some people thought he was, he had a lot of natural talent, but there were reports coming out during the draft process that he wasn't interviewing well, and I was like, what does that even mean? Was he?
I can't stand.
Was he just saying statements and then saying your thoughts? Was that what he was doing? Is that what you mean by interviewing well?
Was he saying, here's how I feel about March, but I'm going to ask you first? Is that what he was doing?
Yeah. Is that what you mean by interview?
So you were just like, whatever, this kid could go either way. Like what
yeah, a little bit. I mean, like nothing would surprise me. Like, but it's been awesome watching it. Like I'm not anti, like how the internet works and being a talking head about sports is like you're gonna have to stake your claim. Are you pro or anti this guy? And I was very firmly like, I don't know.
Right. Which is wild. That's a brave.
Yeah, I'm just like
brave of you.
I just want to see what happens. And what's happened so far is he's amazing. He's electric. Yeah. So I guess my final, just to wrap up my monologue, I guess, is that it's been fun to watch a guy who had a ton of question marks about him. It took one of the most ridiculous paths to the NBA I can ever remember seeing, and whose reputation was just like, you are the brother of this other guy. And now he's carved out his own thing. He's better than his brother.
Yeah, I looked up Lonzo.
It's crazy
in researching all this because I was like, I really just don't know what he's up to. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And I just think it's kind of great that the kid who, like, whenever I heard about LaMelo, it would be like, well, they shipped him off to a different foreign country, or here's an air ball. And I think it's like the greatest revenge story of all time for him to be like, oh no, I'm actually really good. And have people done the Patrick Mahomes comparisons where he does those no-look passes?
He's got the hair too. He's got the sides are kind of buzzed, but the hair's fluffy on top.
And he's doing
I don't
these
think that's
like
the actual term, but
yeah, well, I don't know what I'm talking about ever, but he's doing these insane things where he looks at the basket and then passes it over his head, and then the guy, I mean, just
that's what makes him so fun, is that he's not only, I mean, since he's been thrust into the starting lineup, he's averaging like 21 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. But it's not just the numbers; it's like how he's going about it. That's so fun. He just seems so infectious, so fun. Nothing phases him.
Hey pals, thanks for watching the People Sports Podcast YouTube channel. For more of mine and Mark's very weird rabbit holes, stick around, watch more. You can subscribe, smash that subscribe button. You know you want to. We're going to give you all the weird stuff we possibly can.